There were a lot of Igbos that stood for MKO Abiola, and Abiola was a Yoruba man. Gani Adams to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not get 10% of the total votes casted in the Southeast in the last election, and this has given the impression that the Igbos did not support the Yorubas. The Are Onakankafo of Yoruba land, Gani Adams, has tackled this perception as he argued that the distinguished Yoruba politician MKO Abiola was supported by the Igbos. Welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Nigerians, now not say while I don't dey grand now. Now we are really divided. This matter not be say nah just one talk. With what happened during presidential election and what that is still happening right now, you will understand what is going on in Nigeria. Now, you will hear people say, Igbos, they do not deserve any appointment in Nigeria because they did not voted for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all that. Record that Igbos, they are clamoring for presidency as well. They've said they are marginalized because since the inception of democracy in Nigeria, they have never tested that seat. And I believe that is the reason why they voted for Peter Obi. And that does not mean that there are no people who voted for APC. Now, the issue now is Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not get up to 10% in the Southeast. So, Igbos cannot get anything because they did not voted for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Like what Gani Adams is trying to say here. You cannot just cut out Igbos like that. He said there were a lot of Igbos that stood for MKO Abiola. And Abiola was an Yoruba man. You understand? So, Igbo man is not an enemy to an Yoruba person. And he just said the truth. If we are talking about unity in this country, you just have to carry everybody along. Let there be this inclusiveness in the government. You will see, Igbos, they will forget about this marginalization of a thing. But if we continue on this particular path that we are trying to follow right now, I don't think it's going to augur well with anybody. There's not going to be peace in Nigeria. So, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a matter of fact, if he really wants to bring Nigerians together as he promised during his speech, that is his first priority to do, he should bring everybody together. Let there be inclusiveness. He should forget about those who voted for him and those who did not vote for him. I think I remember when, during his inauguration, the governor of, I beg your pardon, the president of Kenya president, or is it Ghana president, pardon me, he told him, you have to forget about those who voted for you and those who did not vote for you. If you want to succeed as a president, you have to carry everybody along. And that is just the secret. Now people don't they talk, these people did not do, and this and this and this. This will not help anybody. Anyway, guys, let's quickly hit the news and get the full details. But before then, if you're just joining us, please kindly subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not get 10% of the total votes casted in the Southeast in the last election, and this has given the impression that the Igbos did not support the Yorubas. The Are Onakankafo of Yoruba land, Gani Adams, has tackled this presumption as he argued that the distinguished Yoruba politician MKO Abiola was supported by the Igbos. He ascertained that so many Igbos had stood for one Nigeria and have supported the Yoruba politicians during elections in the past. According to him, politicians are weighing tribal sentiments as a tool to win elections. He said, when people now say Igbos don't support Yoruba, I am surprised. Many people don't learn from history. I remember the Eastern Mandate Union. Clement Nwankwo, he stood his ground till the last day of the struggle. And I do not think that the man benefited from this democracy. What of Rear Admiral Ibotu? Is he not an Igbo person? He used his house for Onadiko meetings. There were a lot of Igbos that stood for MKO Abiola, and Abiola was a Yoruba person. You say when people say Igbo did not support Yoruba, I am surprised though. Many people don't learn from history, because I remember the Eastern Mandate Union. Clement Nwankwo, he stood his ground till the last day of the struggle, and he did not think that the man benefited from this democracy. So what of Rear Admiral Ibotu? He is not an Igbo person. He used his house for Nadiko meetings. There was a lot of Igbo that stood for Abiola, and Abiola was a Yoruba person. Nigerians now don't hear it, so you see this method there, this thing when politicians don't start now for Nigeria. This method now, because now this past presidential election, now we begin with next start this very one. This method when they won't bring, so politicians are using sentiment just to win election, is going to tear Nigeria apart. That is the truth. This is going to tear Nigeria apart if time is not taken. Nigeria have only one passport, nothing like Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa passport, but one. But what politicians are using, they are using this ethnicity to win election. And Nigerians have refused to learn that these people are using them. They will not be fighting each other, and these politicians will stood and be laughing. At the end of the day, they have benefited what they want to benefit. We just have to use our brain, use our sense to understand the real enemies of this country, not Yoruba against Igbo or Hausa against Igbo or Yoruba. These politicians, they are the one causing this problem for their selfish benefits. So guys, let's quickly hear from you. What's your take on this? Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you for this coming out here. God bless you. Bye for now.